It's now time for the only single-seater class. It's the Scottish Formula 4 Championship. Let's go and see how they're getting on. Welcome to the Scottish Formula 4 Championship, and Neil McLennan is on pole from Jordan Gronkowski with Michael McPherson and Neil Broom, Chisholm, Cowie, Barlow, Hannah and Glenn Alcock at the back. And we should say Neil McLennan in as a guest, as is Michael McPherson. They have come up with their Kevin Mills run Spectrum race cars, and let's see how those guys slot in today. This will be good. A welcome addition to the grid, and also Glenn Alcock having his first ever race in a single-seater. Glenn, brand new to racing, and he's deciding he's doing everything. He's doing C1s, and he is also in the Clone Run Formula 4 Ray here this weekend, so who knows what we will see him in next time as the cars make their way up towards the grid for race number 1, held under nice sunny skies. You can see our Grid Marshal t-shirt on today. And we get everybody into their spot. Logan Hannah at the bottom of our screen, car number 9 there. Let's see what she can do here from her grid starting spot. We're basically under starters' orders. We need to look up towards the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge for the lights to start coming on. Looks like we've still got a 30-second board to go. The car on our immediate right is Kenny Cowie's car down Creamery car. That's a McGall. And then Neil Broom in his grey number 3. And then we've got we've got Michael McPherson, Jordan Gronkowski, and we have also got Neil McLennan 25 on the pole. Here come the lights. We have got 4 lights, full complement of lights. And away we go down towards Duffus Dip. The revs held at a nice constant RPM to get themselves a perfect launch off the grid, and away we go. And it is Neil McLennan who takes the lead in towards Duffus Dip, and Jordan Gronkowski battling with McPherson. It's McPherson who takes that second place. Michael McPherson gets ahead on the run down towards Duffus. So not a brilliant start for Jordan, but that is how it will be. Steve Barlow there behind Logan Hannah as they go through the chicane and up the back straight. So Jordan Gronkowski has had the rub of the green all the way through this year. But let's see how this unfolds with these two interlopers. The Spectrum race chassis, the Australian chassis that Kevin Mills has brought to the UK. And Kevin Mills knows how to run a good race team. His cars are 1-2 just now from Jordan Gronkowski, and then Neil Broom also. A cracking run from Neil Broom here as they come in through the hairpin and away up the straight they go. That looks like Matthew Chisholm was either making a manoeuvre or he was trying to fend off an attack. Going in there in his red Van Diemen. And that's Kenny Cowie, Logan Hannah and Steve Barlow behind him as they go up the main straight past the fans and the spectators as well. In towards Duffus Dip they go. Look at Neil McLennan, he really just does look like he is on a mission here. Unfortunately this year we don't have a round of the National Championship itself at Knockhill, but it really is a cracking circuit for Formula 4 racing, and we've seen that in the past year. Let's hope we can have and see a return for 2020 and get the National Championship back up here as we head towards the hairpin. Neil McLennan just pulling away at the front here and doing everything he needs to do. His young teammate Michael McPherson coming under a bit of pressure now. As speaking of pressure, look at that, Cowie goes round the outside of Chisholm. Can he stop that car? A little bit too wide and wayward, but he's still there. Matt Chisholm decides to just sneak back ahead of Kenny Cowie. The McGall, good luck car, SG08 2008 spec chassis for Kenneth Cowie. As the second, third and fourth all fly over the top of Duffus Dip. Got to say, very impressed thus far with Neil Broom, car number 3. Holding his own against the form man this year, Jordan Gronkowski. And Michael McPherson is under increasing pressure from Jordan Gronkowski as well. And then you got this lot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, a couple of wheels into the gravel though at the exit of Clark Corner for Kenny Cowie. Kenneth Cowie trying everything to try and get past and make up that position from Chisholm as they come in towards the hairpin. Braking down in from 4th gear down to 1st gear in a Formula 4 here. The Hewland LD200 gearbox, which sits directly behind the engine behind the driver, and everything's very compact and closely knit as they come up the main straight. Now Cowie's under big pressure from Hannah, and Barlow having a look at the back of Logan as well to try and Figure out if he can kind of figure out a way past more than anything. Wondering about trying to make a move, concerned as his teammate possibly. As we saw a pretty sideways Neil McLennan, and again over the chicane. Neil working those tyres pretty hard. I would imagine these British Championship guys, as somebody removes the floppy there, I'd imagine these British Championship guys won't be running brand new rubber for this event. As they go up the back straight, they'll be running on tyres that they have used at a previous event. So that may come back to haunt them, we don't know. But we'll have a look as they go round in the warm-up lap for race number 2 as to what they have fitted into the hairpin. Now Gronkowski coming under big pressure from Neil Broom. Neil Broom in that number 3 car, the Ray, the 17 spec chassis, 2017. And Neil on a bit of a quick one here. Jordan having to defend furiously from Neil Broom on the main straight there. Takes him right over towards the inside white line. Neil Broom decides to go back on the outside. And he's not finished with this one yet. And these two both still trying to catch up towards young Michael McPherson. Number 16 as they go through. Number 25 leads away. Again, Neil McLennan. We know how quick Neil McLennan can be. And we know how quick all those guys that have just gone through shop can be. We wait for McPherson to come. No, McPherson. We wait for Cowie to come in. I was going to say, I thought it should have been Chisholm. But Kenneth Cowie has now got ahead of Matt Chisholm, Logan Hanna and Steve Barlow. Glenn Alcock still circulating out there as well as a guest. So 3 guests entered this weekend. Puts the grid numbers up to 9 in total. And these single-seater cars, beautiful little cars when you get up close to them. Quite easy to set up and run. And yeah, definitely something that if there's a budding karter out there, this is the next step for you. Learn yourself a little bit of racecraft on the big circuits and these, and then go where you want to go after that. As McLennan goes through McIntyre's, the next car through will be his teammate Michael McPherson. Then Jordan Gronkowski under huge pressure now from Neil Broom. And Neil Broom with a nice big gap behind him, so he can really just focus on adding the pressure to Jordan Gronkowski, which Jordan hasn't really had much of this year. He's had the rub of the green in all these races we've had up to this point, whether it be normal direction or reverse direction. He has been pretty sensational. There goes Glenn Alcock, we see him on screen at last, number 79. And he is about to be put a lap down by the leaders who have left the hairpin. McLennan will be the first man to find a way past. As we look back now, Matthew Chisholm's got ahead of Kenny Cowie, and he's pulled away a bit of a gap. Cowie under pressure from Logan Hanna, number 9 in the GBR car. And also we have got Steve Barlow there as well. So this one's getting pretty close and tense. As we get towards, passing the photographer down at Scotsman there, taking good pictures of these cars. As we get towards the sharp end of this race, these Formula 4 races are very fast, they're very frantic. They lap the circuit in 50 seconds, 54 seconds. And every single one of them quick as they come up the back straight now towards Clark Corner. There comes Chisholm through the chicane. And Logan Hanna, oh, just a little bit wide at the exit of Clark, chicane there. And that will hurt her drive going up that back straight. And that's what it comes down to. These cars, they don't have a huge amount of power. And what you need to do is you need to keep the momentum going. Momentum is absolutely everything. As McLennan clicks off another lap, goes over the crest of the hill just now. As we wait for, oh, look at this now. McPherson is coming under pressure from Gronkowski and Broom as Glenn Alcock comes through there. And in a heartbeat, Neil McLennan will go past him. Glenn stays well out the way, driving his first ever time a single-seater at Knockhill. He's done a few experience days in Europe, driving other Formula cars, but this is his first time driving one of these. And yeah, the pack gobble him up quite quickly, but Glenn out there just ticking a box more than anything and enjoying himself. The man who runs Superfast Scotland website and Facebook page, you should have a little look at that, because it really does big up the young up-and-coming drivers and give some of the older drivers a pat in the back. He stays out the way as McPherson and Gronkowski will go past him into the hairpin, and he'll let Neil Broom go past as well. And look at that, McPherson leaves a little gap on the inside, a little bit wide through the hairpin there, and that allows Jordan Gronkowski to home into the back of that 2011 spec Kevin Mills run Spectrum. The big gap at the front, then these two in a bit of a battle, drifting a little bit off the back. I think he was held up just a little bit there by Glenn at the hairpin is Neil Broom. But over the chicane, just listen to that. The other one's butchers a completely flat out corner in these cars, not even a hint of a lift to get through there. And as he climb up the back straight towards Clark, there goes Matt Chisholm through, then Cowie, Logan Hanna and Steve Barlow. The two GBR cars running very close on track. Only 2 of them this weekend though. As we head in towards the hairpin, and look at this, Gronkowski up the inside, he makes a move stick. Can Michael McPherson cut back on the exit? Well, he thinks and tries, but no, he can't. And now we have got a battle up the main straight there. Here comes Neil Broom. McPherson just edges alongside Jordan Gronkowski as they go over the crest of the hill underneath the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge. McPherson steals the place back. Gronkowski goes round the outside. That is a big manoeuvre for Jordan Gronkowski, and he'll be delighted with that one. A big, powerful pass at Duffus Dip to take that position back, and that will do the confidence a whole heap of good. Michael McPherson slots in behind him and just ahead of Neil Broom as they go up the back straight towards Clark's. A good run through the chicane there for Broom, so there could be an overtaking attempt going in towards Clark's as we wait for Chisholm to come through. And the rest of the gang now. Logan Hanna ahead of Kenny Cowie. She's made a good move there and got ahead as they come in towards Clark Corner. Chisholm all on his own, and Logan Hanna. Oh, and Steve Barlow slides past Kenneth Cowie as well, so everything changing. And also Neil Broom gets past at the hairpin, slides up the inside of Michael McPherson as the driver warning flag flies there. That will be for track limits for certain drivers, just using a little bit too much off the racetrack out there. But Jordan Gronkowski into second. Look at the lead that Neil McLennan has built up here. Neil McLennan running away at the front with a 7.5 second lead now. Jordan Gronkowski and his Van Diemen slots into second place. Neil Broom in his Ray goes into third place ahead of number 16 Michael McPherson in his Spectrum. Kevin Mills run car in fourth place just now. Then we've got Matthew Chisholm in his Van Diemen, his 2000 spec Van Diemen, ahead of Logan Hanna, who comes through in a 2015 spec Ray. Heading towards the hairpin to go. Logan will be happy that she's got past Kenneth Cowie. Steve Barlow has been repassed by young Kenneth, and the McGall still trying to get a proper handle on how that car works. Is Cowie, but into the hairpin comes number 9 Logan Hanna, and yeah, she's doing really cracking job in that car. A very, very young driver, come from karting and just starting to find her feet on the big circuit, and the more laps she does, the better she gets. So a great young driver initiative there, one definitely for the future. As we pick once again up with Matthew Chisholm. Great shot that of the cars. You can see them just drifting over the crest of the hill, then going through Leslie's, named after David Leslie, who was a Formula 4 driver, and David Leslie's car on display here this weekend. The Crossell, you could correct me if you like, please do, but David was a massive fan of Formula 4, as is Jane. But up towards the checker flag comes this man. It's Neil McLennan, car 25. He takes a well-deserved victory from Jordan Gronkowski, from Neil Broom. Michael McPherson, his teammate, fourth, and Chisholm comes home in fifth place ahead of Logan Hanna, Kenneth Cowie, Stevie Barlow and Glenn Alcock in ninth. Fastest lap of the race, McLennan with a 54.2.
But Neil McLennan, it feels like it's been ages since we've had a chat. Neil McLennan taking the race win there. You were just away.
Thank you very much. No, it's good to be back. It's been a long time since we've been going around the normal circuit. Last year it was the reverse, so we had a good year last year doing it. But no, we just thought we'd come up this weekend to just have another play, really. But no, it's turned out well.
I love that. I just thought you'd come up for the weekend, just show everyone how it's done, and then just go away again.
Aye. No, we were at Anglesey for the national round, and it was a big gap to the next one. So all we're trying to do is keep out in the car more and more and more, just more time in the seats. It's obviously going to make everything better. So no, we're happy.
Excellent. Well done on the race win, buddy. Second place. And no stranger to the podium, but he's going to be spitting feathers to have another car in front of him. John Gronkowski, it's been your year so far. That's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not massively unexpected though. I mean, obviously qualifying was so close, but the car didn't feel right, so we took a calculated risk, if you like, between qualifying and now to change the car quite drastically to try and address the issue that we've got that we can't seem to get rid of. And it was either going to work or it wasn't going to work, and as you can probably tell from the race, it didn't work that well. So the car was a bit of a handful for the whole 12 laps, and but no, it was cracking racing. Really enjoyed the dice with Neil, and then when I saw Michael start to struggle a little bit towards the end, managed to pull him in and and get by him, which was a great little pass. It's been a while since we've had a dice with Sunday, but no, it was good. Really enjoyed the close wheel-to-wheel stuff and very clean and fair, so loved it.
Excellent. Best luck for the rest of the afternoon. John Gronkowski second place and Neil Broom.
Hello.
Hi, buddy. Now we're going to have you back here very soon for something completely different. But let's talk about the Formula Ford. Third place and the Aqua Sky Trophy. That's a decent start to the day at the office.
Yeah, it's not bad. We've got a new engine in for this time after the catastrophe last time out. So, and yeah, we had spent most of testing yesterday working through teething troubles with the engine. So the setup was a bit guessed. So, but yeah, it all came good. Maybe a bit more in the driver to come, but yeah, the car seems all good.
And that was a proper dice that you had with Jordan for second and third place.
Yeah, that was all good fun. That hadn't really been my plan. My plan had been to let Jordan get all mixed up with the front two and pick up the pieces from there. But I got the run out of Clark's on 4, 5 or whatever it was, and thought, why not?
Excellent, good stuff. Well done on
Thanks
third
very
place, guys.
Race number 2 for the Scottish Formula 4 Championship in O'Kelk sees McLaren and Gronkowski the front of the grid with Broom and McPherson, that power 4, the front 2 rows of the grid. Now, has McPherson got anything in the tank here? He got done over by Gronkowski and Broom. What can that young man do? He looks across the grid and sees his teammate on pole. The lights start to come on the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge. We've got a full complement of lights. Revs up and away we go. Down towards Duffy's Dip. There's a cracking start from everybody, and there's so much that can be lost at the beginning as Glenn Alcott gets away a little bit at the back, but it's McPherson again. It's not McLennan, sorry, McPherson tries to have a go at Neil Broom going in towards Duffy's Dip there, but Neil McLennan leads as we go, on board. Lovely camera shot looking back at Michael McPherson from Neil Broom. Neil Broom appears to be our onboard cameraman. We don't get many camera shots, unfortunately, for the Formula Fords, as one of the floppies gets caught up in Kenneth Cowie's suspension there, and Kenneth Cowie transports that up the back straight. Oh, we're now looking forward from Neil Broom, so backwards, forwards, any way you like it from Neil Broom. As we look into the mirror, you can see Michael McPherson homing in. So Neil stays on the right hand side of the track to defend in towards the hairpin, and he does that and holds off just. Yeah, Kenneth Cowie has got rid of that floppy, but Broom holds off from young Michael McPherson. McLennan, Gronkowski, Broom, McPherson, Hanna, Cowie, Chisholm, Barlow all across the line together. But it's this man in car number 25 who just really is the class off the field. Jordan Gronkowski, though, trying his best to hang in there with the British Championship runner. And Jordan knows exactly what it takes. Drives extremely hard, prepares the car with his dad, and they come down from Aberdeen for every event here. And it's worth a chance to find him on Facebook as well. He's got a great racing page, Red and Black Lines, I believe, is the name of the page. So I'm going to have a look for that on Facebook as we once again look back. Oh, and look at that, straight past Neil Broom. Did Neil Broom miss a gear there? I would believe he did. Neil Broom, something going wrong with that one in towards the apron anyway. As we try and listen towards the camera to see what had happened. Well, he's leaving the hairpin now. He's right up behind Logan Hanna. But it looked, I can only imagine that Neil Broom missed a gear on the main part. You can see just how quickly McPherson had to pull out and pull past. Great shame for Neil Broom, but Michael McPherson, well, he'll be happy. He will take that one. You take it whichever way you can. As through the chicane go the two leaders, and it is two leaders now because it's Neil McLennan and Jordan Gronkowski at the front. Then a big gap back to Michael McPherson. Then we've got Kenneth Cowie, Logan Hanna, Neil Broom, Matthew Chisholm and Steve Barlow all landing through the chicane together. And I've got to say that Neil Broom, whatever problem he had, has now gone. Now, how far back up can he get towards the front? As we wait for him to burst into our view just now, Logan Hanna under pressure from Neil Broom. Broom looks towards the inside. Logan locks up the front wheel. You see that she locked up the front right. Had to almost release the brakes to try and get that rotation to start up again so she doesn't flat spot that tyre. But a brilliant graphic view from Neil Broom off a lock up there, and that wheel, that's the light wheel. As you start to turn in, the weight transfers off it, and that brake pressure just causing that ray to snatch and lock up there. It was quite a long, lengthy lock-up, so let's hope that Logan doesn't have a flat spot on that. But that shows you just how much pressure she's under from Neil Broom, and it shows you just how easy it is to make a mistake. Fraction of a kilogram too much on that brake, and before you know it, you lock up as they all make their way through the chicane and up the back straight in towards Clark. We once again go on board with Neil Broom. Oh, very wide through Clark's. Just having a listen to see if there's anything wrong with that car. It sounds on point, as the kids would say these days. Into the hairpin again, Logan Hanna ahead. No lock up this time, and she's got Kenneth Cowie right in front of her, and she wants to get past Kenneth Cowie, but here comes Neil Broom. Broom with a good run through the hairpin. He cuts back towards the inside, as does young Logan. And I believe Logan managing to just cover that one off. Still, Jordan Gronkowski keeping Neil McLennan very honest up at the front here. The Angel Wax sponsored car. New title sponsor this year for Jordan. And it's always clean, that's for sure. Always shiny. Angel Wax doing a cracking job on that car. As McPherson comes through chicane, the next car. Well, the next car should have been Kenneth Cowie with, imagine, Logan and Neil Broom looking in towards Clark's. Let's ride on board and have a listen here. Picks up a toe, he pulls out from his slipstream on Logan. Logan can't defend from it in towards the hairpin. Who's going to be bravest on the brakes? Kenneth Cowie homes in, and Logan, you can see her locking up on the outside, trying to brake as late as she possibly could. But that cost her again, so there must be a little tiny flat spot on that front right tyre. Then when she really called for it, the wheel locked up there, but she's back on the inside of Neil Broom coming into Duffus. Can she be brave enough to get up the inside? The next cars all arrive together, but no, Neil Broom holds that one. Kenneth Cowie first, then Neil Broom, Logan Hanna and Matthew Chisholm just off the back of Logan just now. Neil Broom hits the inside sausage curb and bounces into view. He's driving that car within an inch of its life. Oh, through the chicane, Broom very, very loose and tail happy, but holds it and goes up the back straight. That would be a good onboard camera shot there. You can see he's almost leading with his head as he comes through Clark Corner and heads towards chicane again. All of this happening in Michael McPherson's mirrors, and I would imagine he's quite happy that he can see it in his mirrors and not in front of him. As into the hairpin once again to come another little tiny lock-up from Logan there as they make their way in towards Duffus Dip. That is your race leader Neil McLennan, and that is the gap he has over number 33 Jordan Gronkowski right now, sitting round about 4.6 seconds on our timing screen from our smart timing in association with the Edinburgh Watch Company. Going through McIntyre's just now, and there's Cowie, Broom, Hanna, and there's a bit of a gap now, isn't there? Yes, there is. Neil Broom making inroads towards the back of Kenneth Cowie. Can he get past? Can Matthew Chisholm get past Logan Hanna? That sounded like somebody was in the gravel there in front of us. As we go back towards Exeter Clark's, look at Neil Broom. Oh, Logan Hanna runs very wide as well. Uses the gravel as a berm. We're in again in the slipstream here. As we come in towards the hairpin, Broom moves out from the inside, right as Kenneth Cowie did the same manoeuvre there. Through the hairpin he goes. Oh, he gets a fabulous cutback on Kenneth Cowie. He can almost wave at him as they come up the main street now. Brilliant bit of driving here from Neil Broom and Kenneth Cowie, side by side, as they come over the crest off the hill. And there's a little wave to Kenneth Cowie from Neil Broom. Neil Broom, how cheeky do you like it? And he makes that manoeuvre stick as they go over the crest of Duffus Dip. I like that. That's made me smile and giggle in the commentary box. Great overtake, which happened at the hairpin from Broom. He got alongside, and then it was just a power battle up the straight. They gave him a nice little wave as he went past. And also, Chisholm has got past Logan Hanna on that same lap, just out of camera shot as we were concentrating on Neil Broom getting past Kenneth Cowie. But that's not over yet. You can imagine Kenneth Cowie with that cheeky little wave. He'll be wanting to come back. As we come into the hairpin, Broom sits in the middle of the road in defence. Where's Kenneth Cowie gone? There's a big lock up there. Big lock up from Neil Broom. He makes a mistake. Runs wide through the hairpin, and all that hard work goes up in tyre smoke as he gets to the hairpin and runs wide. Kenneth Cowie gets back, and he'll defend that as they go over the crest of the hill and head towards Duffus Dip. Broom goes back towards the outside, but Cowie's on her inside just now. Broom surely can't go around the outside. Oh, that was close as we go through the apex there. Neil Broom had to check up on that one. The McGow shoots across the nose of the Ray. And all this battle has brought Matt Chisholm well back into contention now. Matthew Chisholm in that number 92 Van Diemen, and Logan Hanna trying to pull up as well. And let's not forget Steve Barlow as everybody starts to put number 79, Glenn Alcock, a lap down here. As they head towards the apron again, Broom goes into the slipstream. When does he pull out? Into the middle of the road goes Kenneth Cowie. Broom alongside on the brakes. He's locking up on the inside there. Kenneth Cowie, I think, could see that coming. One-handed through the apron for Neil Broom. Side by side at the main straight, but Kenneth Cowie now gives a little bit of a wave towards Neil Broom. I think that was, come on, let's get out of here, because the incoming Chisholm is arriving. Was that the last lap board we just went past? It looked like it. Difficult to tell from there. As over the crest of Duffus, these are brilliant shots. Neil Broom so close to Kenneth Cowie. Great Formula 4 action here. He's on the outside, he locks up, he's trying to get the cut back. He can't do too much in that though, because Matthew Chisholm is right behind him. And if he keeps going like that, Matthew Chisholm will get past Neil Broom as he bounces through the chicane and lands very aggressively on the exit of the corner. The Battleship Grey, number 3 Ray, that's a good rhyme in there actually, heads towards the hairpin and he's right underneath Kenneth Cowie. Cowie defends super early. In towards the hairpin we go. Onto the brakes, down the gears, third, second, into first. There's a lock-up as well from somebody. You can hear Chisholm incoming. Chisholm makes a good manoeuvre. Broom looks like he's just going to have enough here as he accelerates up towards the line. Can he get Kenneth Cowie? No, he can't. Now we cross the line. It must have been a last lap board or a slap on the wrist flag actually. We saw something last time from the marshals in the start line as we come in towards Toughest Dip. This is incredible Formula 4 racing from Kenneth Cowie, Neil Broom, Matthew Chisholm, and you can put Logan Hanna in towards that as well. As we come out of McIntyre's, down the dip and over the crest of the chicane. These onboard pictures we're getting from Neil Broom really are fabulous, fabulous things to be looking at. As through the hairpin comes our leader. We've forgotten a bit about him because he's so far in the front. He's built up to 5.6 seconds now. As once again, hang on to your hats, here comes Neil Broom. Defending on the inside goes Cowie. Broom tries to go round the outside. He's trying to just get a cut back through the apex of the corner there, but Kenneth Cowie slows it up mid-apex. And here comes Neil Broom trying to pick up a slipstream up the main straight. As our leader goes through McIntyre's, chased by the Angel Wax Van Diemen of Jordan Gronkowski. And you may think it's all plain sailing for Neil McLennan, but he's still driving the absolute wheels of this car as we arrive back at McIntyre's, and Kenneth Cowie's got Neil Broom on the inside. He gives him just enough room there, but Broom didn't want to put his car in a compromised position, and that's let Cowie just get enough of a breather on this lap. But behind Broom, you've got everybody else arriving at pace and at Clark Corner as we arrive towards the hairpin. And towards the checker flag, Neil McLennan takes a double victory, a brace of victories at Not Kill for Neil McLennan. Second place for Jordan Gronkowski. We're going to see coming home Michael McPherson in third, and Kenneth Cowie does hold on to a fourth place from Neil Broom, Matthew Chisholm, Logan Hanna, Steve Barlow, all cross the line together. Fabulous, fabulous Formula 4 racing. There goes Cowie and Broom. Great stuff, no contact, clean as you like it.
So race winner Neil McLennan then, and it's been a pretty profitable weekend for you.
No, thank you very much. Now 2 wins out of 2, so yeah, couldn't be any happier. Big thanks to Kevin Mills Racing for all the good work they've done in the car. Couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, literally couldn't have done any better. You showed the entire field how it's done. It was about a 3.5 second lead that you had over second place there. Yeah, what more could you have done, if anything?
Not much more, I don't think. No, the car was great. Just as I said, we only came just to get more time, and I'm really glad we did. You know, as long as it's consistent and as long as we can stay that way, you know, that's how we can gain more points for when we're back again or for when we do the national. You know, so no, we're happy.
Excellent. Best of luck for the rest of what you're doing throughout the season, Neil. Let's have a word with Jordan Gronkowski in front of your beautiful looking machine. Jordan, second place, and you didn't really have to push the matter, but as a racing driver you never really sort of back off, do you?
No, you don't. Well, I'd say no, you don't. The last 3 or 4 laps, I think, because the gap behind was so big, and I know we've got to use these tyres again due to the championship regulations. There was absolutely no point in me destroying them, just to try and keep Neil in my sight. So I kind of just backed off at the end there. But no, at the start, I think we some laps we stayed with him, some laps he eked ahead. But I'm just really happy with the car and the work my dad did over the break there. It feels so much better than it did in the first race, and I think we're kind of on the road to sorting it properly for the circuit. So we've got a little bit to find, but no, much improved. So major thanks to him, massive thanks to everybody. You mentioned the beautiful car. That's thanks to Angel Wax, our chief sponsor, and we've got the man himself here today. So massive thanks to him for coming along and for supporting us, and for everyone who does. Yeah, it's been a good weekend.
Well done, a lad that knows how to plug the sponsors. Good job, John Gronkowski. Let's go and have a chat with your third place man, Michael McPherson. He's down here looking very, very happy with himself. Michael, third place, and that was a manic scrap towards the end, but you were head and shoulders above the battle going on behind you.
Yeah, I think we were kind of on our own in that race from the third lap onwards. So yeah, again, had a good start. Not enough to get alongside Neil into the first corner. I'm not sure what happened to Neil in the back straight, but yeah, from then on we're just kind of on our own. A bit of a lonely race, but just delighted to be back in Knockhill. Really enjoyed the last 2 days. Just gutted there's not a national round here this year.
And obviously you're a guest here this weekend. Can we get you back up in Scotland for a few more championship races?
Well, again, we would have loved to have done the David Leslie one next month, but it clashes with Brands Hatch, so unfortunately not. But yeah, if there's the opportunity, we'd definitely go for it.
Well done on third place, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Let's go and have a chat with the Aqua Sky Trophy winner, Steve Barlow. Steve, making hay while the sun shines, my man. I heard the roar from over there when you heard that you got that Aqua Sky Trophy. Great race.
Oh yes, yeah, that was really good. Tried to keep out of trouble. There's a bit of argy-bargy going on, but luckily I stayed at the back, but kept everyone honest, and was chasing on, catching people. So, brilliant day.
When do you ever keep yourself out of trouble, Steve? Go on.
Overtaking around the outside at Duffus is probably not something I should do very often.
It makes you feel younger, but yeah. Well done on the Aqua Sky Trophy. We'll get you. And in third place then, Michael McPherson. Just checking there was actually people here. Well done, guys. Second place for Jordan Gronkowski. Oh, now you've woken up. There we go. And taking another win today, it's Neil McLennan. Well done, guys. And that is your podium, Doc, for the Scottish Formula Ford 1600s.